Hey everybody, and welcome back to Turn 4 Automotive. We're going to reintroduce everyone to Tire School. The Tire School videos have been taken off lately, so this one's going to be a little bit different. As you can see here, we got a ton of different tires, 5 different tires to be exact. These are all car and SUV tires, different brands. We're going to go over the whole spectrum of tires and basically what each different material offers you. There's all kinds of tires in the market. When a customer goes into a store, very rarely do they know what they want. So this will help you figure out what kind of tire you want. Then you can narrow it down from there. We're going to start out with the Veloz over here. This is a ultra high performance summer tire. This is just a called a 3-season. It's not an all-season tire. Normally above 40 degrees. They do have some sipes. It's okay in the rain. But this is not something you want to run in the snow. This Veloz tire over here, this is something that's going to not have any real winter traction. It's not snowflake rated. This is going to be your 3-season. If you live in the southern part of the United States, say below the Mason-Dixon line, Midwest, where you don't get much snow and stuff out there, I would say the Velozes might be alright in your car. But if you're going to be in a New England climate like we are here, the New England cars, you don't want to go with the Veloz if that's all you're running year round. I mean, if this is a summer tire, you're going to park the car for the winter, that's fine. My truck that we run, we have the Nokian Z lines on there. That's great, that's a good summer tire, but we park that thing all winter long. So this Veloz, this is something you don't want to run year round. It is your ultra high performance tire, summer or 3-season as they call it, normally above 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Good traction throughout the temperature range above 40 degrees, but below 40 these things get really hard and brittle and they have nothing. The next tire we're going to go to is the Lexani here. This is another entry-level tire, good real inexpensive tire. This one's a very low profile, 215, 35, 18. This is your all-season. This is mud and snow rated, as they call them. I don't know how much snow I'd really put this through, but this is one of your all-season tires. This has a directional tread design. It's got sipes that go all the way through the tread pattern. It has sipes that will channel rain to the outside from the center. It is got a solid center rib. Except the directional sipes are going to pull water. It also has the tread depth markers on it. It's an entry-level tire, really decent tire the Lexani is for the money you pay for it. This is your typical all-season. Other tires in this, you're going to be looking at your Matrix or Grand Tour RS's, your Kelly Edge, your Lexani 207s, your any of the real entry-level tires, your Ironmans, anything like that. They're all going to be on this all-season entry-level base design, either a directional design like this one, or just a asymmetrical tread design like most tires have. So we're going to throw this one aside for now, and then we're going to get in, digging into the winter and snow portion of tires and what people want to go for. So we're just going to toss this one down. And now we have 3 tires left we haven't talked about. Very, very distinct differences in these tires. Here we have an all-weather rated tire, not to be confused with all-season. The all-weather tire has many different properties we'll talk about in a minute. We have a straight-up snow tire. This is a Sumitomo Ice Edge, non-studded. It is studdable. We also have an Arctic Claw tire over here that is a studded snow tire. Already has the studs put in it. Many tires you put the studs in as you order the tires. Some tires like our Nokian Hakkapeliitta 9s and stuff that we reviewed, those come studded from the factory. Those don't have an aftermarket stud that's put into it like these ones. Your Ice Edge, your Arctic Claw, they will tell you what stud is required. These ones take a TSMI 12 stud is what these tires take here. So let's start it off with the all-weather tire. This is what's going to be the difference between the all-season and the snow. The all-weather, as you can see, good asymmetrical tread design. Very jagged sipes compared to your all-season tire. Your all-season tire has very straight sipes, not as deep as these. The all-weather tires have very deep sipes, very jagged. The tread designs are much more jagged, more like a snow tire. So these tread designs much more resemble snow tires than they do an all-season tire. However, the tread pattern, the tread compound itself is more of an all-season. So this is still going to have some traction below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to offer you the properties in the summertime, so this tire doesn't just melt off like a snow tire. If you run snow tires for the summer, once they get up to temperature, they'll just melt away. You know, you'll lose any mileage you had on them. Goodyear does offer, I think it's 55 or 60,000 miles on this Weather Ready, as they call it. This is the top of the line Goodyear tire. We'll get zoomed right in on some of these sights here. As you can see, there's snow kickouts down the middle groove. There's snow kickouts on both sides. This tire has a lot of properties that are going to remove debris, snow, slush, ice, water, away from the tread so that you keep most of the rubber on the ground. These are 3-peat Mountain Snowflake rated. A lot of your Falcons will have the same rating. A lot of your truck tires have that 3-peat Mountain Snowflake rating too. Your Falcon AT3Ws and stuff like that. But for car tires, the only ones that are going to be mud and snow rated all season and all weather are going to be, there's a real short list. The Continental has a all weather tire. Goodyear has this Assurance Weather Ready. Firestone has the Weather Grip, which is an all weather tire. The Nokian G3s and G4s. Those tires are all really great. They're all similarly priced in the all weather lineup. So this is the newest designation of tire, the all weather tire. I think it's the best option for someone, say, in a New England climate like we have here. We do see periodic snow, we do see deep snow, but if you're not running, you know, up through the mountains and stuff like that, if you're just a normal 9-to-5 commuter, these are a great tire for your vehicle. You don't have to swap them out in between seasons. You don't have to take them off in the spring, so you save all that swap over money over the life of the tires. They do have great wear characteristics. Like I said, 55, 60,000 mile tire. So you'll get plenty of life out of these tires and save money from not swapping them over as well. Now we're going to switch over to the Sumitomo Ice Edge. This is your tried and true snow tire. As we said, very jagged sipes on these tires. All of the tread blocks themselves have sipes. You can see where the studs are meant to go in. If you do run this studded, it's not required to be studded. This is a straight up directional tire. As you can see with the tread design there. These do have very deep and wide open grooves. These are a little bit louder than your all-weather and all-season tires. These are gonna, you know, hum a little bit going down the road, but they do give great traction. The big jagged blocks are what's gonna dig into that snow and really remove it out of the tread crevices so that you can keep this rubber on the road. Biggest difference, when it's cold out, you can feel the difference in the rubber between these tires if you have your hands on them. It's kind of hard to illustrate that via video, but you can really tell the difference on these tires with how soft the compound is when it gets cooler out. It's cool in the shop right now, so we can tell a little bit of difference, but these things are really squishy. If you want to zoom in on the top here, you can see that you can really peel the tread and get the sipes wide open. That's how soft these things are running down the road. When the sipes touch the ground, those sipes open up and act like suction cups. And as the sipe rolls on the ground, it's going to absorb whatever debris is on the ground, and as it spins around, it's going to spit that out. So that's basically the design of the sipes on these tires. You'll look at, say, the Nokians, the Sumitomos, the all-weathers. They do have those real jagged and deep sipes. You can also sometimes see on the side, it's really hard to see, but if you can see down, you can see how deep the sipe actually goes through the tread design. You want to look at a tire that's got sipes that go all the way down. That way you don't wear this thing halfway out and then it becomes like a good all-season tire. If you do run, you know, through the mountains, if you're in really deep snow all the time, you really need something that's a true winter tire, but you're going to be running on ice or, say, dirt roads that say just snow up and ice over the winter time, you're going to want something like the Otter Claw here. This is a studded winter snow tire. Many of you in the southeast or southern climates of the United States haven't seen a studded tire. These are true metal picks that basically get injected into the tire via an air gun. These dig into the ice as you drive down a ice or snow covered road. They're very loud in the dry roads, say when it's not snowing out, if you're just running them. Many states and cities and provinces throughout Canada will have rules on when these can be installed and if they're required or not. I know some provinces require studded snow tires. Here in Maine, where we are, you're not allowed to put these on until October 1st. Then they have to be off by, I believe, May 1st. So these tires, you can only run them part of the year. You do have to swap to an all-season or an all-weather or a summer tire when you're not running these studded snow tires. A lot of people that do that have a different set of wheels that they use. They use a set of steel wheels with their studded tires in the winter, and then put their aluminum wheels on with the better summer tires in the summer. These have, again, very, very deep grooves. You can see on the side here that the grooves go all the way down to the bottom of the tread blocks. They're very, very wide channeled. They're very edgy. These are going to remove a lot of snow and debris and water and ice and chunks and slush away from the road, and these are really going to dig down in deep. The picks, they do have a carbide edge on them. If you zoom in on the studs, you can see that the edges are chamfered a little bit. Those do dig down deep into the ice and give you that added traction. So a lot of tires, this one has studs at 4 different points across the tire. You look at some of the Nokians and things like that, they'll have 5 or 6, and like the Nokian Hakkapeliitta 9s, those have 2 different style studs. They go in the tire. The tires are made with those studs in them. Some tires like the Sumitomo and the Arctic Claw here, you can put them in afterwards. But all in all, that's how that's the biggest differences between your makes and models of tires. So based on the climate you live in, the conditions you drive in, there's many different options for tires you want. So you can't just go into a place and say, hey, I need the best tire, or I want an all-season tire, because all season and all weather are very different. So if you live in that, like I said, that south of Mason-Dixon, or in, you know, the southern northeast or something like that, maybe that all-season tire will work great for you. But if you live up here, northern New England, southern Canada, throughout the snow belt of the Midwest and in the Pacific Northwest, you're definitely going to want to look into these new designation all-weather tires, or the tried and true snow and studded tires that we have here. I hope you liked this video. We've been getting a lot of traffic. The worst set of snow tires are even better than the best set of all-season tires. So do yourself a favor, get those snow or all-weather tires. Make sure your car, your family, yourself are safe through the winter time. Go ahead, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll see you next time here at Tire School Turn 4 Automotive.